Can you spot the difference between real wealth and a facade of riches? In the next 60 seconds, I'll show you 5 telltale signs that someone is living beyond their means. Trust me, you'll never look at your rich friend the same way again. Meet Mike, the envy of his social circle. Designer clothes, luxury vacations, and a brand new car every year. But behind closed doors, Mike's drowning in credit card debt and living paycheck to paycheck. He's not alone. Many people who seem wealthy are actually buried in loans, using credit to fund a lifestyle they can't afford. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on 5 reasons why everyone around you might seem richer. Debt, the silent wealth impersonator. Ever wonder how your neighbor affords that shiny new sports car? Or how your coworker manages those lavish vacations every other month? Well, get ready for a reality check because we're about to uncover the silent culprit behind many displays of wealth debt. You see, in today's world, credit is easier to access than ever before. It's like having a magic wand that can conjure up designer clothes, fancy dinners, and luxurious getaways at the wave of a plastic card. But here's the kicker. That magic comes with a hefty price tag. Let's talk numbers for a second. Did you know that credit card debt hit a whopping $1.12 trillion in early 2024? That's trillion with a T. These aren't just big numbers, they're a sign that a lot of people are living way beyond their means. But why do so many fall into this trap? It's simple, the pressure to keep up appearances. We've all heard the phrase keeping up with the Joneses, right? Well, it turns out the Joneses might be drowning in debt too. As one expert puts it, most people are good at pretending to be wealthy by spending money that isn't theirs. Here's a shocking statistic. 49% of credit card holders carry a balance month to month. That means nearly half of the people swiping those cards aren't paying them off in full. And with interest rates typically ranging from 20% to 30%, that debt can snowball faster than you can say minimum payment. So, how can you spot someone living the high life on borrowed dimes? Look for these telltale signs. Frequent dining out at fancy restaurants, a closet full of designer labels, luxury vacations that seem to happen all the time, the latest gadgets and tech toys, and a new car every couple of years. But here's the real kicker. 66.2% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. That means 2/3 of the people you see every day might be one missed paycheck away from financial trouble, regardless of how wealthy they appear. Now you might be thinking, but they seem so carefree and happy. Remember, appearances can be deceiving. Many people make huge sacrifices in other areas of their lives to maintain their image. They might be skimping on savings, living in a smaller apartment, or even skipping meals to afford those Instagram-worthy purchases. The truth is, the reality behind many people who have very nice material possessions is that they did not buy these things with their own money, but they bought the car with a car loan, the big house with an expensive mortgage. It's a sobering thought, isn't it? So the next time you feel a pang of envy looking at someone's seemingly luxurious lifestyle, remember that lifestyle might be built on a house of cards. The side hustle secret. Now that we've exposed the debt trap, let's uncover another secret behind those seemingly flush bank accounts. Side hustles. You might think your coworker's fancy watch comes from their day job, but there's a good chance they're burning the midnight oil to afford it. Did you know that a whopping 39% of Americans have a side gig? That's right, more than 1 in 3 people you pass on the street are likely juggling an extra job. But here's where it gets interesting. They're not all doing it out of necessity. In fact, many of these hustlers are already comfortable financially. So what's driving this trend? For some, it's the allure of extra cash. The average side hustle brings in about $800 a month. That's not chump change. It can mean the difference between a basic vacation and a luxury getaway, or between a used car and a shiny new ride. But there's more to this story. A surprising 48% of people who aren't living paycheck to paycheck still choose to take on side hustles. It's not just about making ends meet, it's about funding a lifestyle that looks impressive on the surface. This extra income can create a misleading financial image. Someone might appear to have endless disposable income, jetting off on weekend getaways or sporting the latest tech gadgets. But in reality, they're working long hours at a demanding job or sacrificing sleep to maintain their side gig. Let's talk about these trade-offs. People often make significant sacrifices to keep their side hustles going. They might skip social events, cut back on sleep, or neglect other areas of their lives. As one source puts it, someone may travel frequently but skimp on clothing expenses or choose to work long hours at a demanding job to support a high-cost lifestyle. It's a balancing act, and not everyone gets it right. Some people end up taking on considerable debt to maintain their lifestyle alongside their side hustles. They're caught in a cycle of earning more to spend more, creating an illusion of wealth that's often built on shaky ground. This phenomenon is especially prevalent among younger generations. A staggering 68% of millennials and 71% of Gen Z have side hustles. They're not just working to survive, they're working to thrive, or at least to appear like they are. But here's the kicker. This extra income often comes at a cost. Long hours, stress, and burnout are common side effects of the side hustle lifestyle. And while the extra cash might fund a lavish vacation or a designer wardrobe, it doesn't necessarily translate to long-term financial stability. So the next time you see someone living large, remember, there might be more to the story than meets the eye. That person flaunting their success on social media, they could be burning the candle at both ends to maintain that image. The side hustle secret reveals a complex reality behind perceived wealth. It's not just about having more money. It's about the choices people make with that money and the sacrifices they're willing to endure to keep up appearances. Social media, the great wealth illusionist. We've uncovered the secrets of debt and side hustles, but there's another powerful force shaping our perception of wealth: social media. Ever wonder why scrolling through your feed leaves you feeling like everyone's living their best life while you're struggling to make ends meet? Let's dive into the world of filtered finances and curated content. Social media has become the ultimate wealth illusionist, creating a distorted reality where everyone seems to be thriving financially. But here's the truth. What you see online is often just a carefully crafted highlight reel. People share their successes and luxurious moments, conveniently leaving out the financial struggles and mundane aspects of their lives. This selective sharing creates a false narrative that can seriously mess with our heads. We start comparing our behind the scenes to everyone else's highlight reel, and suddenly, we feel like we're falling behind. It's a psychological trap that's hard to escape. Let's talk about the hedonic treadmill for a moment. This concept explains why we're never satisfied with our financial situation, no matter how much we earn. It's a never-ending cycle of wanting more, fueled by the constant stream of luxurious lifestyles we see online. But here's the kicker. Many of those picture-perfect posts are hiding a not-so-pretty reality. Remember that friend who's always jetting off to exotic locations? They might be drowning in credit card debt to fund those Instagram-worthy trips. Or that coworker who's always sporting the latest designer gear. They could be living paycheck to paycheck, prioritizing their image over their financial stability. The phenomenon of conspicuous consumption is alive and well on social media. People display luxury goods to signify their economic status, even if they're not actually wealthy. It's all about keeping up appearances, regardless of the financial consequences. So how can we maintain a healthy perspective in this world of digital wealth illusions? First, it's crucial to limit our time on these platforms. The more we scroll, the more we compare, and the worse we feel about our own financial situation. Instead of fixating on others' curated lifestyles, focus on your personal financial goals. Remember, true wealth isn't about how it looks on social media. It's about financial security, peace of mind, and the ability to live comfortably within your means. It's also important to recognize that external support often plays a role in perceived wealth. This means many young adults appearing financially stable are actually receiving significant help behind the scenes. Next time you find yourself feeling inadequate while scrolling through your feed, remember this. Many people are well aware that their online presentation is not reflective of their entire reality. That perfectly staged photo of a luxury vacation or a new car doesn't tell the whole story. It's just one small, carefully selected piece of a much larger financial puzzle. By understanding the mechanisms behind social media's wealth illusions, we can break free from the cycle of comparison and focus on what truly matters, our own financial well-being. After all, real wealth isn't about how it looks on Instagram, it's about how it feels in real life. Redefining wealth, your path to financial contentment. Now that we've exposed the illusions of wealth, it's time to redefine what true financial success means. We've seen how debt, side hustles, and social media can create a false sense of affluence. But what if I told you that real wealth isn't about keeping up with the Joneses or impressing your Instagram followers? It's about finding contentment in your own financial journey. Let's shift our focus from comparing ourselves to others and instead concentrate on personal financial goals. This means understanding your unique circumstances, values, and aspirations. So, how can you achieve genuine financial well-being? Start by setting realistic goals, living within your means, and prioritizing savings over appearances. Remember, truly wealthy individuals don't feel the need to flaunt their success. Your path to financial contentment begins with embracing your own financial reality and working towards meaningful, achievable objectives. Write Moolah Man in the comments section if you want more videos related to this topic. See you in the next video.